let me just start by saying sorry.
Oh.
I will never, ever predict a winning queen ever again.
Oh, no.
I feel like...
You're right. You said...
I said Art Simone was going to win this season. I cannot believe.
You're bad at this.
I promise I will never, ever, ever, ever predict. I'm not even going to say who I think was going to win next week.
No, I think it's safe not to.
I'm not going to have a runner-up now. I'm just going to shut my mouth.
So
zip
who do
tight.
you think's going to lose? Because they're probably in.
Can I say it, etc., now?
Oh no, I'm spilling wine everywhere. Cheers.
Oh, welcome to the sultry Tuck Me Dead podcast studio.
Now I understand people will listen to this at whatever time they want, and typically because I read stats, it's on their commute to work. But currently we are having a late evening Tuck Me Dead podcast session with wine.
Savvy B. For the listeners at home, that's a Sauvignon Blanc.
I haven't had
Marlborough, New Zealand.
Oh, so
it's on
relevant.
brand.
We're Australian, the wine's New Zealand. This is Tuck Me Dead down under.
Dead.
Sorry, no, what? Oh my God, I just broke.
Oh my God.
This is Tuck Me Dead.
It's your oh my God, you were spilling wine.
Is there a hole in this glass?
I think
This
it's
is
leaking.
chaos. I swear it's not me. I swear the glass has a
I
hole
think
in
it might
it.
be you, babes.
Oh,
Three
Jesus Christ.
glasses. I would hope you're not 3 glasses of wine deep.
Let's just
3 sips in and...
I'm going to reset. Anyway, hello, welcome.
Hi.
This is the show that we
is
do.
us.
So, episode 2 of Drag Race Down Under.
Yep. We're
Straight into
flying
Snatch
through
Game.
it. Flying through it.
Crazy.
Do you have like... what is that word when you know when you go really fast, really quickly, people get like nauseous?
Oh, yeah, what is that called?
I was going to say whiplash and it's definitely not.
You could get that when you go real fast, though.
It's definitely not the Miles Teller
Inertia?
movie Whiplash. But
Inertia.
isn't that
No.
a type of... I'm not going to shut my mouth because I do not know science. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of that. Are you?
Okay. Yeah. I feel like it's very like, in my face.
Yes. And...
You know, can't keep up.
Can't keep up. It's happening very fast, very quickly. Just like how we're talking right now.
Yes.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we're straight into it. Okay. I just want to explain what just happened. Sean has just lifted up his drink and spilt it.
I swear I'm not.
All over himself at the table.
I've drunken barely half a glass.
I feel like I've drank as much as you spilt.
Anyway, it's a good time as any to promote the YouTube channel we have where you can watch this happening.
You can actually watch what we're
happening
doing.
because I am making a fucking mess. No, what I wanted to say, I brought in a little present.
Oh, yes!
Got et cetera here.
Queen, look how gorgeous she looks. She's in a red gown on a red backdrop. It's very... I wouldn't say pin-up, but I would say old Hollywood glamour.
I get what you mean, though, like pin-up, because it's very like that cutout vibe. It's very fun. It gives me 80s vibes, but I don't think the dress gives me 80s vibes, right?
No, not 80s at all.
No.
I'd say
but
like...
the style of the... Anyway, and look.
Yeah. Oh,
they signed it.
So at some point, et cetera's energy is still around this... I nearly said painting. It is that stunning.
Anyway, we're doing vibes and energy here. To be like, this is the winner of Drag Race Down Under.
Also, I'd like to have a little moment for, we'll keep this out.
Oh, okay.
Do
you want,
for the people who actually prefer to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to do this. Wait, give me the...
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Ready? Hello.
Oh, hi.
That's just for you who watch.
Yes.
We can put this down.
Yeah, we can put, bye, etc.
Bye. Thanks for our
joining
special
us.
guest, etc. Anyway.
Okay. I'm sorry, this has been a mess already. But yes, so Snatch Game this week.
Yes.
We pretty much I don't know if it's just the editing's a bit weird in this series or like I'm expecting something more, but it was very much just like bam, they're in the workroom. There wasn't even like so we're in the workroom. It was just like bam, straight to all right, we're wiping this bitch's words off the board.
That's it.
Like and then they just went straight into working out their Snatch Games.
Yeah. And I found like, I agree. It's very fast paced. Mm-hmm. There was it wasn't even like a sneaky, you know how there's a bit of a build up with people have the same Snatch Game.
Yes. Oh, that was
person.
yeah. You're right. It was kind of
It's-
just breeze through.
They're like, oh, you can't do that. And they're like, oh, we have the same thing. And I was like, well, I guess I'll change.
yeah. No, it was nice of him.
I mean, I think that's kind of like just the energy of like our season anyway.
Yeah.
No one's that pressed.
Oh no, I think that's what I really enjoy about this already is that everyone's very like, yeah, cool. We're here.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Like, oh, I got like 5
yeah.
others.
No one's too serious except for Art Simone,
Art
except
Simone.
that's at the end, and we'll talk about that.
Yes.
Um,
Coming up next.
But yes, they did a shoey. They've now introduced the
Yes!
world to shoeys on
Yes.
Drag Race. How kind of upsetting.
I enjoyed it. I was like, you know what? It's in a heel.
Yeah,
it's not the
true.
what's the worst shoey you've seen? Because I've got a good one.
Oh yeah, okay. What
I've
have
got a
you
good
s-
one.
I don't- yeah, I try to
Okay.
stay away from those crowds. So
I was at a festival.
yes,
I believe it was Laneway in Sydney.
this is already terrible. But
I
yeah, go
know.
on.
It was stinking hot day.
Yep.
It was probably like 41 degrees. And it's midday. So it's like your sweaty it's your
peak sunshine.
peak sweaty point.
Mm-hmm.
And this group of guys got their mate to do a shoey. He was already missing a shoe, so he's clearly done one already.
Oh,
So he's done another shoey out of his leftover shoe.
so now he's just barefoot.
That's not even the worst bit.
Oh, okay.
He did another one. But by this point he's got no shoes left. So you know what he used?
Oh no.
His sock.
He
I
did
saw a man.
socky.
He did a socky. I saw a man at a festival do a socky, and it was the most unpleasant and upsetting thing to watch.
How do you drink from a sock?
It was basically just a little ramp going into his mouth at that point. And it was just a lot of beer in his face.
Because I assume it would soak through though.
It would have a little bit.
I don't want to get too scientific about
if
the old
they-
socky, but that doesn't seem to, unless
No.
you get like one of them hole proofs, you know, the ones you wear for bushwalking. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
those things would fucking contain.
You could probably just pour it into the sock and then use it as a goon bag.
Yeah. I think
What's
those
that
socks,
point?
we're not sponsored, but I think those socks would hold goon.
Oh, I hate that. Blech.
But anyway,
No, thank
yes.
you.
So what? He just
Yeah.
lifted
so
up
someone
and-
held the sock, he held the
Oh,
bottom of
Jesus
it, and someone else
Christ.
poured a beer over it. But it was just, beer in the face. And then I think they tried to like squish the rest of it into his mouth.
Well, you don't wanna
through
waste
the
it.
sock. Like they wrung it out in his
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
fair.
You don't want to waste
No.
it. Beers at a festival are like $8 a can.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I guess I take back what I was just saying. That is Australian culture. So, yes, I'm glad
Yeah.
we did that on Drag Race Down Under. I guess.
Oh, but I did love Electroshock going up back to just make sure she finished off her heel.
Oh, and the final bit being like, whose shoes are these?
Yeah, literally. So good. So good.
So we get into the workroom and
Mm-hmm.
they're all discussing kind of like what they're going to do.
Yes.
So I've written down,
Oh,
as we discussed, we had
Yeah.
2 bindies,
yes.
but I recall Karen from finance is pretty much like they're kind of disagreeing about who's going to do Bindi. But Karen's like in her confessional is like, why would you even do Bindi? Bindi's not
Agree.
even at the top of my list. She
Yes.
seems really hard. I agree, Karen.
Absolutely. And I feel like we had this conversation
Mm-hmm.
where we were like, how are 2 people set on Bindi? She's not funny. Like, bless her cotton socks.
Yes.
But there's nothing there.
Well, I'd say there is something there, but it will take a
You'd
funnier
have to
person
really-
than me or any of those queens to do it.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Like, I
or
don't think
it just
any
has
of
to be her
them-
herself.
Just comes on.
Just swap out. Didn't even realize. She did fantastic job on the makeup, but I did not believe it was Bindi Irwin. Just like
Seemed too flat.
I quite am
Seemed
Bindi
like
Irwin.
cardboard. Because that is Bindi. Yeah.
You know the funniest thing Bindi Irwin has done?
Mm.
I saw her do a presentation of kind of like environmental future and sustainability, and she basically, her conclusion was kind of like, don't have kids. And
Oh,
then she
wow.
had a kid. So I think that's probably the funniest thing she's done.
Wait, that's so strange.
Yeah. I get it, babes. I
Oh,
get
yeah,
it.
it happens.
I didn't want a kid, and then I saw my cousin pregnant, and I'm like, I must have a baby.
Yeah. Oh, you're clucky.
I'm very lucky.
Oh, God.
They don't call me Henshaw for no reason.
Wow. I'm disappointed.
so stupid.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I didn't say that because that's a very mean thing to say. But yes. No, so, yeah, I don't think Bindi's a good idea. And then it turned out it wasn't.
Ew.
And then someone else was going to do Jane Turner and then didn't.
Yeah, that was Art Simone.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so Art
straight
Simone's
up.
just made all the mistakes.
She
here.
made so many.
So
And
she could have done
already
Jane
is-
Turner.
oh,
Yeah.
and I'm upset by it, and I think she is too.
Yeah.
It would have been iconic as well.
Mm.
Even though I know we just had it with Taste.
No, but that's why I argue
It would have been so
it's.
much better.
No, I argue that's why it's a good time to do it because Tace had to actually be the person to kind of rip that Band-Aid off. And for any audiences that didn't know Jane Turner, Tace had the hard job of being like, here's this person, I'm
Yeah.
introducing you to this person.
And then Art
So-
could have been all like the little nuances.
Yeah.
You know.
So by then, everyone who, like,
Oh.
let's face it, anyone watching Drag Race Down Under would have watched
Yeah.
Drag Race UK. So by this point, everyone
Yes.
knows who Jane Turner is. You could, and the thing is, this is what I'm thinking, like, and you said this, so I'm stealing your idea.
Oh, I'm so smart. Go on.
You would just do like, rather than doing like Kath, I would suggest doing like Prue or, does she do Prue or True? Well, whichever one of the shop ladies with the grey hair she does,
Yes.
she should have done that.
Yeah.
And once again, you can ride off that
niche.
amazing. I mean, literally, the host is called Rue.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, hello, Rue.
Oh, Rue, how are you?
How are you?
That was terrible.
Yeah, well,
How are we Australian and you can't
Yeah,
do
I
an
know.
Australian accent?
I know, but
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
yes.
if she did Jane Turner, then we would have had Magda, and then they would have had
Perfect.
like a really good opportunity of like bouncing off
Interacting,
each other,
yeah.
even though there was no sparring between Magda and that Snatch.
Yeah, Maxi.
Maxi kind of was just like she was
Yeah.
so good at the character that I
She
agree with
forgot
the
to-
critique.
Oh yeah, fully.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you're right. It could have been really funny even if she played that character she was doing, to then have it like be like, oh, Jane Turner's here, and then Jane like talking, and then have her just switch and suddenly go, oh hi,
Oh,
Mrs. D.
Yes, that'd be so funny. She's like,
Seamless.
I don't know what that was.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. All right.
If you could turn back time.
Oh, and then someone, there was someone else who was going to do Carol Baskin as well. It was
It was
Ketamine?
Ketamine who did
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, which odd.
Odd choice.
Odd.
I don't get why at any point anyone thought that was going to work. I mean, once again, one of those things where if you're clever enough, you can make it work, sure. But
But to think of rhymes and
Yeah.
be funny at the same
rhymes
time.
like in the moment.
Yeah. And didn't,
Why would you do that to yourself?
yeah, that was, I didn't really get it. I love that just like, oh. And her only thing in the workroom was, oh, I'm a bit unsure about it because it's a grey suit. I was like, girl, it's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, like, why?
I don't
Is
know.
he... It's such a strange left field
I
choice.
know. And especially like, with recent controversies.
Oh, what's his?
Just like a bit of racism in his books. Some
Wait.
are being like taken off the shelves.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, which books?
I can't really remember, but
Okay.
yes, they're
Is this about the red fish, blue fish? No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
okay.
I mean, that's what I heard it on in news bulletin once. So
Honestly,
news is news.
yeah,
and
I
I'm just
honestly
spreading
wouldn't
it.
care. But okay, well, interesting. Yeah, I just thought it was such a strange choice. And then having her discuss like, okay, should I do Zeus or Carol Baskin? I'm like, I almost said Zeus. I'm like, do Carol Baskin, A, American. So if you do a stupid American accent, I think Rue will find that funny anyway.
Yeah.
B, you can just do this whole running gag of like, I didn't do anything to my husband. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just got a hey cool cats and kittens thing. You just pretty much act a little
Yeah.
bit zonked
Or
out, like
even
you're
act just like a
on
really
horse
bit
tranquilizer.
sus of like she did kill her husband.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know,
You can play that
covering it up.
storyline exactly.
Yeah, and then it could have worked into again sparring off. I've just her name is just slipped from my mind.
Yep.
Dingo, etc.
Oh, Lindy Chamberlain.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, Miss Lindy
True.
could have sparred off that and be like, oh, Dingo, I only know cats.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. There's opportunity. There's
Or yeah, you
opportunity
could
there.
like suggest somehow she could suggest without actively admitting that she's the one who stole the baby.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
Or do something.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's a bit rough. Anyway.
Do you want to talk? Should we kind of go across
Yes.
some of your faves and your worst picks?
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Hang on. I'm just going to bring up the photo so we can see them all in their glory.
Yes.
So we've got... Okay, so first in the line, so we can actually go through this and talk
Yeah,
about
let's go
them.
through the line.
We've got Karen from Finance doing Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that was. You know what? When she did it, it really did occur to me that no one had done Dolly Parton, and then
Yeah. Which is
which
weird,
I
right?
had two thoughts. when that thought came into my head.
Wow.
Crazy.
Like a thought that
I
split
had
off.
3 thoughts in one day. Congrats to me. Don't give me that. 1,
Yes.
iconic. She should do it. I can't believe no one's done that before. 2, is there a reason no one's done this before?
I think we found out.
I think we found the reason.
Yeah. But even then, it seems... I mean, once again, I can't talk because I don't think I'm very good at acting and definitely not good at drag. So I just feel like it's easy though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Southern
It's
Belle.
hard.
She has
Yeah.
lines she says. She's all
I
about
mean, true.
Jesus.
Yep.
Just even
Promote
if...
her new movie.
Well, that's the thing. Even if borderline, you just said things that referenced her songs like throughout,
Yeah.
then people would be like, "That's clever. You just mentioned all
Yeah.
these songs." Like none of that happened.
I liked the beginning, though. She started kind of strong, where she was like, "How are you?"
That was good.
I was like, "That's funny."
Yes.
And then I was expecting big things, but it was just kind of flat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Well then, okay. Well, next is Bindi, but we kind of talked about.
Yeah,
We
we
didn't
kind
really
of
talk
talked
about her
about that.
performance though. So, she kind of started doing this. Okay, so she had one good joke that was, not one. It wasn't a good joke, but it was like something that could have worked, which was her going on about like blowflies and
Yes,
saying, "Oh, there's blowies in my face."
Yes.
But the issue
I think
became. She stumbled a bit,
Yeah,
but then
stumbled.
also RuPaul doesn't know what that is. So it kind of just doesn't work if he doesn't already know.
Yep.
It kind of just falls flat.
Yeah. And there was a lot of like, "Oh, I'll just say a bit of Australian slang that sounds a bit dirty, and then I'll just get away with
Yeah.
this one." And I was like, "Oh, but you're not really saying anything."
Yeah. So the issue there is I don't mind the angle of being like, I'll just be a dirty whore.
Yeah.
But
it's
you
gotta make
need
sense.
It needs to make sense, and you need the person who's literally choosing if you win or not to understand it.
Yeah.
And that was, yeah,
Yes.
yikes. Okay.
And then we have Coco as Lizzo.
How did you feel about this?
I was disappointed, but I could see that Coco was quite defeated.
Yeah.
Like pretty early on, there was a point where they hadn't finished her bit, and she was already playing with like her earrings.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like, "I don't really know what to do now." And I was like, "Girl, it's
Yeah.
Lizzo. Channel that energy. Like, be that bad bitch you want to be, and I know you are."
She got in her head, unfortunately. And yeah, once again, though, it's a tricky one. I think a lot of the queens did that. They did like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I want to challenge myself." I'm like, no.
Literally don't.
Just be... Like, I'm going to say this to every queen ever in the future.
Oh, here
Look
we
at
go.
me. Look at me.
This is some good advice from Sean, the drag queen.
From me, who has no qualifications or any reason to tell you this. But just, I feel like the thing is that people don't really understand the formula still. And I'm just like, it's pretty straightforward. It's go on there as a personality who you can stereotype quite easy and obviously. And the more obvious and cheesy it is, the funnier it is anyway. So you
Yeah.
don't have to be subtle and nuanced. You don't have to be a fucking Oscar award-winning actor.
Yeah.
You just have to look like the person and be that stereotypical version of that person.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is just say some funny stuff. And so that brings me to our Queen Elizabeth II,
Yes, Miss Anita Wiggler.
who did that quite well. So
yeah.
what about that was the Queen? Actually, if you think about it, nothing. It was just
An
her
old
being an
woman.
old woman, and then she just said a lot of dirty shit, and then she had she said some Queenie references,
Yes.
like Prince
All the
Andrew and all that.
Prince Andrew stuff. And
But they're just jokes.
Yeah.
Just make jokes. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter who you are.
make
just
them
be
relevant to your situation and their situation.
Silly. Yep.
Which I think Anita had a very good advantage with kind of like what was going on with the royal family at the time.
Yep.
And obviously there's always controversies there with like, like Meghan and their relationship. And
Yep.
then obviously you can reference Princess Diana as like, don't piss me off and wear a seatbelt.
Yes.
Fantastic joke.
Well, that's what I kind of want to ask you about. Like, watching this, I feel like everyone I was watching it with, we were all a bit like, is this going to play well in America? Because
know.
I watched it and was like, this is funny, but I find really dark shit really funny. And there was a lot of dark... We've got Lindy Chamberlain,
Yeah.
which even some of the queens themselves were like, oh, that seems a bit inappropriate. And
Yeah.
then that was that Art and Karen in the workroom? It was definitely Karen in the
Yes.
workroom. They were both like, it's a bit inappropriate. But also, I disagree with that because I'm like, it was in the 80s or some shit, which is actually a long time ago.
And like you can acknowledge it was sad, but you know,
It's
she
still a
played
ridiculous
on the
story, right?
media. I think she played on the media
sorry.
presence of what they made her out to be at the time.
Yes.
And-
Exactly.
and
She presented kind of like what you saw her on the news rather than
in
the
that
actual
one
person.
clip.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. So I thought that was good.
Yeah.
So we kind of skipped ahead to the
know.
et cetera, but that's fine. Let's talk about et cetera. Thought it was hilarious.
I think it was good that she had a bit to do every time she was referenced.
Yes.
Because every time she was referenced, she was like, oh, I'll make the whole like, I lost my card.
Yep.
A dingo took my answer. And then, oh my God, the
Perfect.
dingo's back.
Yeah.
Which, so funny. With
And to be fair, the first answer was very obvious, but it was like you wanted it. You were
Yeah.
like, yes,
and
that's
you'd be
so what
disappointed
you want.
if you didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, it's her, like, why didn't you say her main line?
At the end of it, she had put on handcuffs, and then we didn't get to see those grabs. And I was like, all I want to know is what
she said.
what her bit was going to be with that. I was waiting for more. Like, she did really well.
Mm-hmm. Also, the voice.
Yeah.
I just found the voice was so. I don't know. Does it make sense if I say it's so 80s? Like 80s
No,
Australiana?
it totally does. So there's totally a thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know how this stuff works. But basically, the Australian accent has obviously evolved over time.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like, I don't know, the bloody 1930s
Where it's still
or
a bit
whatever.
British
when
or
they're like,
whatever.
hello, this is Sydney,
Yeah.
Australia.
That's good.
Yeah, no, when I did that, I had a project at work where we had to get all this like not stock footage, like old archive footage of Canberra. And it was like all this really beautifully presented, like with slides and like of text and everything. And it was like, welcome to Canberra.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
I'm like,
that's
do
just
we
in your head
actually
now.
sound like that? Yeah, that's just in my head now. And so I'm like, do I walk around and talk like this? Because this is
The
what an
public
Australian
servants.
sounded like back in the day.
They really did.
But now we
that.
sound like this.
Sorry. Oops.
Oops.
Or do we sound like
What?
this?
No, what? That's
No.
more British than that.
We'll go back. We're just going to do a full circle.
Oh, we might actually. Who
might.
knows? I don't know. We're going to have to ask someone who knows something about how language works.
Is it linguistics or is that a different?
Linguistic? I love
us being so knowledgeable on different things.
I love how this podcast is literally turned from like being a RuPaul's Drag Race recap podcast to us asking really big questions about words we don't know. What is that thing? Is it inertia? We don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so
we just need someone
we just need to know someone who knows
with a
things.
dictionary just sitting beside us, be like, "You're so incorrect. You're so far from what you mean.
You're so far from the truth." Anyway, on that, we're gonna go on a little break. So we'll see you in just a second. I'm gonna go. Should we get some more wine?
We should get some more. You should get some. Just pull over if you're on your way to work and just get a bottle.
Get a bottle and then
not?
join us for the next part.
Yay!
So before we go back to like the Snatch Game people,
Yes.
there is a lot of news.
Oh,
already this week. Like just like lots of things just happened in the week that I need to just like update everyone about.
Okay. We're ready for updates. I'll buckle in.
Yeah. So like
I'm in.
yeah.
Click.
Oh, it's like kind of like a news report. Okay.
I know. Yes. Can I do the music?
Oh yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. If you
Can I?
want.
Okay.
Do you want? Okay. Oh.
Silence.
Sorry.
Welcome
Welcome to TMD. Get it? Because like TMZ.
Clever.
Except TMZ doesn't really do like news music.
Unless you're very like, oh my god, this drag queen, what a fucking loser. Because that's what their energy is like.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want that energy.
We don't want that.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that Tamisha Iman
Yes.
is coming for
Monet
Monet Exchange. That's the news report. Yeah.
Tell me more.
To be fair, I actually don't know that much about it, so people should look it up. But apparently, this is what I think's happened is because I pretty much hear these things through Bob the Drag Queen's Twitter because Bob is very tweety.
Active.
Very tweety.
Tweety. Oh my god.
And so basically, it sounds like Tamisha did like a live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where we also have
Right.
Tuck Me Dead now. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm just going to give that
Just another plug.
Just another plug. And it was exclusively bitching about Monet Exchange. But I don't know what the bitching was. I just heard about
Right.
this. But the thing is about it is that everyone knew it was coming because it was like a scheduled
Yes.
live.
Because I saw tweets and posts.
It
that
wasn't
were
like she just went live and was like,
Yeah.
this. It was like, she was like, so
Breaking.
tomorrow at 7 p.m. I will be live to discuss how much I hate Monet Exchange.
like what? I saw so many like posts being like saying, "Oh, I'm canceling my subscription to Prime or Amazon Prime because I'm going to subscribe to the Tamisha Iman streaming service." But like, okay, I mean, why? What's going on?
You've got to kind of appreciate the audacity to just be like, you know what, I'm going to bitch about someone and I'm going to make this well known and prepared and do like a season trailer for this. Straight up. Crazy. Anyway, so everyone thinks she's a little bit unhinged, but you know what? Like my
bitch, she said what she said.
This is my thing. Everyone's a bit like, this is crazy, and I'm like, she literally said on day dot, she said, Tamisha Iman is coming for you. So,
Jesus, she coming for us? So are we next?
Well, if we bitch about it, maybe that'd be so cool. If like we were actually
should we do like a bitch about Tamisha Iman? Tamisha Iman.
Oh.
How long did it take you to find the YouTube live button? Sorry.
Wow, straight for an age.
I really liked Tamisha Iman. Yeah, I still do. I don't know. I haven't watched the video, so I will reserve my opinions.
I mean, gun to my face, arms up. I love you, Tamisha Iman. Please don't shoot.
No.
But you know, that'd be so cute if like she's like was. Imagine next week she's like, so the host of Tuck Me Dead.
Is she on Cameo? Can we get a cameo of Tamisha Iman slagging us?
I'll pay
good money.
It's a good plan. Anyway, we must move on because sorry. Other update, Coco Jumbo.
Yes.
Tattoo on neck. Episode 1.
If you haven't seen
people spotted on social media that apparently her tattoo, well, someone who's native speaking of whatever, I don't know what language it was, I'm afraid, but someone who could read it on the neck said, your tattoo says water bottle.
You know what? I kind of hope that she was like, yeah, fuck yeah, water bottle on my neck.
Well, so she retweeted it and was like, oh my God, I thought it said Aquarius.
Oh, bless her heart.
So it's anyway, the Twitter thread, there was a lot of people arguing, and it seems like the characters actually say water carrier.
Okay.
And so technically,
like
an Aquarius is a water carrier.
It's like when I think Aquarius, you either think the two like lines like this.
What is that?
This Aquarius.
Oh, we're doing the worm now.
Yes. It's like the two like water lines. That's clearly what that was. But sometimes it's like zigzag. Or I think of like the lady like pouring out a jug of water into a stream. Which I remember it because I'm like, why is she pouring water into a stream?
Why is she doing that? Surely that's a waste of water. Or it's going
into the jug and I have just perceived it wrong this whole time.
Huh.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Something to think about. I was going to say, someone tweeted on this thing being like, but that doesn't make sense because Aquarius is an air sign. Is that true?
Yeah, it is an air sign, which has never made sense.
Work?
I don't know. What's under you? Tell the world.
I'm Scorpio. I feel like that energy was pretty obvious.
I'm water bottle.
Wow.
No, I'm a Virgo.
Oh.
Shh, don't tell anyone. I don't know why it's so... Shh, I'm a virgin.
Every time I'm like, I'm Scorpio, people are like, oh yeah, that checks out. Yeah, so...
But what's your rising moon?
Well, because I'm horny and angry all the time. That's pretty much just...
Tick, tick, tick. He got all the boxes ticked.
Yeah, so anyway, that's funny. I think it was great that Coco actually responded.
Yeah.
And I think it's not too bad. I think it kind of works.
Yeah, like water carrier.
Water carrier.
You can understand. I don't know. Again,
it's not like...
We don't have a linguistics person in here. I can't check out how language evolves and changes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like it says like, I don't know, Mount Franklin on her neck. You know,
God.
Imagine if someone was like, actually, your tattoo says Mount Franklin.
Oh my God. And she's actually sponsored by Coolridge.
I love how you just invented this dilemma, which is, oh my God, my tattoo says the wrong brand. I'm sponsored by Coolridge.
But what would that conversation be like? I want to be in the room.
Wet.
I want to hear wet.
There's an actual Karen from finance that works on RuPaul's Drag Race down under that. How crazy.
God. Can we call her? Can we call her? Can we find her and call her? I'm sure so many other people like, yeah, that's funny. And she's like, I'm so over this. I literally saw the queen coming in.
But surely that's had to happen in backstage, right?
Yeah.
Someone's surely been like, you're Karen, you're for a fight. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of water cooler conversations where Coco Jumbo's just standing there because she's the water cooler. And she's like, do you want to, sorry, he's still water.
Stop it.
And they're just standing around and some guy's like, hey, Karen from finance.
And it's actually just Karen from finance. She's like, I told you not to tell anyone.
Do you think it's like one of those things where like someone has the same name on like a set and they just keep saying Karen from finance and they both are like, what?
Oh, true. Is one Karen from finance and the other one's just Karen? Because that would just be it.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, I would like, if I was her, I'd be like, but I was also from finance. So,
Yeah.
or I'd just be her best friend. I'd pay her a bit more if they're paying the queens. I don't know.
Yeah.
She wins a $3,000 tip. I'll be like, here's another 10.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Why not? These Karen from finance has got to stick together.
Anyway, we love you, the other Karen from finance.
Yeah, I hope you get tipped as well.
I mean, actually, do we? I mean, you only seem to manage to get the Queen's $30,000 prize money. Is that your job?
I don't think so.
No.
I think she's paying everyone else.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
You know what? She makes the world go round.
Yeah. Thanks to all the financial what's going on? Anyway, let's
sure.
just go back to the fucking runway. Sorry, not runway. I don't know where we are anymore.
We only had two
Great.
more queens to discuss about
Yes.
Snatch Game, if we
so
want.
we've got
the most two forgettable queens of the day.
Yes. So we've got Scarlett.
Say.
I can't remember her last name ever.
Scarlet Envy.
Envy? Adam.
Question
Scarlett.
mark.
Who's
No,
Scarlett?
who's Scarlet Envy? That's a different queen.
Scarlett Envy was no, that was US, but I don't know which season.
Yeah. Holy
She
shit.
is Scarlett.
It's Jennifer Coolidge.
It's Jennifer Coolidge because we can't remember her name.
Yeah.
And she
Was boring. Anyway, moving on.
No, okay.
kidding.
So to be fair, I thought her impersonation was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
She doesn't look that much like her, but to be fair, like Jennifer Coolidge just has a really wide face,
She does.
and Scarlett does not. So
But I think you could work if you. Then
can
again,
you do that?
Then
Can
again,
you make
she
the
wanted to be
illusion happen?
Bindi, so it was
Oh,
a bit of a
yeah.
last minute. Like, fuck, I've got to
Yeah.
put on a
To
wide
be,
face.
yeah. To be fair, I
don't
feel like
know.
it wasn't too bad, but
It was just a bit lackluster, and the same goes with Electroshock
yes.
as Catherine O'Hara.
I love that the judges' critiques were, "You were so terrible, that's why it was funny."
Yeah,
You don't
But
want
then
that.
I think she had some good moments in there.
I
I liked the bit where she just started screaming Kevin for no reason, because
Although-
you could tell she was like, I've got nothing left.
Although it's now 2 episodes out of 2 where she has just screamed at the camera.
That is true.
Not to say I hate that. I actually find it really
her
funny.
brand
but, but yeah, it's like, it's kind of one of those things where you almost, in comedy, you kind of want to avoid screaming because it's kind of like what
True.
just happens. You kind of end up just going, I'm going to be loud because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for her, look, if she screams again, I'm still going to enjoy it. I just
This
think,
is my,
you know.
yeah, this is my, I'm kind of, if she doesn't pull her shit together by next episode, then I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
you're not learning anything by now.
Yeah.
And my pity party is going to move on to someone else. We're going to move houses.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Nice.
go next door.
Yeah. Moving on, Maxie's Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of talked about
We
Maxie.
did kind of talk
But
about
like,
that, but it was a good character, but
I agree with the
got
judges
caught
on
up,
that one.
Got caught up in
Yes.
being so much the character
Yep.
that she wasn't funny, which I think, could play in her strengths for future challenges.
Oh,
But then
fully.
again, I can't say anything because anytime I praise a queen, they go home. So I will shut my mouth.
Yes. And then finally, we kind of said Dr. Zeus.
I
It
don't
was
want to
over.
say anything more about it.
But okay, but what do you want to say about like in terms of the actual when they went to the be judged?
Yeah.
Do be judged.
Doobie doop.
They all were like the Snatch Game was terrible.
It was not the worst.
No,
It was
that's
not the
what
worst.
I thought. RuPaul acted like it was the worst thing he'd ever seen.
Yes. I think maybe he wanted more Australian and New Zealand references. Like,
Right.
bombard me with all these funny, iconic Australian references. But it's like, okay, but if you don't get
But if
some
you
of
don't
those
know what they
references,
are, then-
you're not going to laugh at them anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe the queens should know their audience. But then the queens
But then
that did
also
do
that's on him,
American
I
stuff,
guess.
they didn't take it.
Yeah.
They're like, it felt like they didn't want that.
It just, I don't know. It seems confusing to me
Yeah.
because we've had far, far worse US
had-
Snatch Games.
I mean, to be fair, like, I guess we did have Anita there who was so good. Like,
Yeah.
so good. And you know what? Etc. did a very good job of up playing her character.
So who do you think was the best out of it then? You think
Definitely
it's
Anita.
Yeah.
Definitely Anita. I think so.
I think... Is this just me? I swear it's not just me playing favourite. I think
it's a
genuinely,
bit
I
of
think
both.
Etc. was my favourite.
But I think, you know what?
don't- why
if you're
though?
being like, okay, you want an Australian reference, you want an upplayed character, and
Yes.
you want jokes on every single time,
Yeah.
then yes.
I think
done.
that's why I am voting Etc. here, only
Mm-hmm.
because, yes, it's Australian reference, whereas the Queen just seems like a very obvious one. And I'm bored of the Queen, you know?
Excuse me.
I don't want to see the Queen again. While
I
Anita
know,
was
it's fine.
very, very good, very, very funny, I'm just like, it was refreshing to see
Yeah, completely. You
Yeah.
know, we wanted Australian icons.
and
We
see
got
a
that.
drag queen be attacked by a hand puppet dingo for way too long. That's what I want.
Yeah,
that's
that
what I
bit
want.
did go on a bit too long. But you know what? She brought it back with somebody called Bindi Irwin. Loved it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think Etc. did a very good job. They tied people in, interacted, had their bits to go.
Yeah.
So they were my winner.
Great.
But anyway, on to the runway.
The runway,
Oh.
which again was kind of critiqued. I cannot believe we've never, I think that I can only remember one other time that we've had majority of the queens in the bottom.
Yes, true. And it didn't seem like the right time either. It was very it feels like this episode should be happening in 3 episode time.
Yeah.
Like you get Snatch Game because it's later in
Yeah.
the season. RuPaul's finally going, I've given you a chance. You suck. So you're all
Yeah.
in the bottom. For an episode 2, it was very we're just going to
Yeah.
cut to the chase now and say y'all suck. And I was like, you know what? Y'all don't suck.
You're all fine.
Y'all fine.
Did you find, okay, here, let's go into our actual personal
Oh, wow.
professions
Oh, yes.
and something we can actually talk about.
Okay.
The pacing of this episode,
Yes.
were you out of breath?
Yes. It was
And I know
very
we
stressful.
We talked about before how we feel like we're going so fast through this season because
Yep.
of Order and Snatch Game. This episode felt like they were just rushing through everything.
Mm-hmm.
The runway, I felt like I didn't see a single look. I felt like the
Well,
runway,
it just went.
every queen just fucking stormed down the runway and was
Yeah.
like, here's my look, see ya.
I guess that's how we do it in Australia. We're just
Yeah, hello, I'm in, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, yes. So let's go through them. And so last week we forgot that we were going to do a segment. So we're going to do the segment now.
Yay!
So you know how they have what is it called? Toodle Boot?
Yes, Toodle Boot
They do Toodle Boot on that show with the people.
with Raven.
Yes.
Okay, you're just going to
I don't know.
Coming up there.
Raven and is it Raja all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to copy them because great. And we're going to do yeah, nah, or nah, yeah.
So, did you get it? Did you get the joke? Do you like it?
So for the third of the Americans who listen
Oh, yeah,
to
true.
us, yeah, nah means
No.
nah. No, sorry. And nah, yeah means yes.
Yeah.
Just so you
Kind of
keep it up.
apprehensive. Like an apprehensive.
Apprehensive.
Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, true. Okay. But nah, yeah is more confident.
Nah,
I feel.
yeah. Nah, yeah. You're right.
Anyway, okay, going through. So,
Alright.
in order on the runway is
Art
first up is Art
Simone.
Simone, our loser apparently.
Oh,
But
that's fresh.
Anyway, in general, I'm just gonna say about all of them, nothing wowed me, but everything was nice.
Yeah.
And I think the judges' critiques were quite awful, but
They
I
were really awful.
thought they were all pretty good, to be honest. Like
agree.
nothing went. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
but
Stunning over the top.
everything was pretty. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just go through.
Yes,
Let's just go through. Art Simone. You
I
go.
liked it. You get the teeth reveal. It gives you underwater sea witch vibe. It. I really like the
So-
hair.
What's your... Oh, are we doing yeah, nah for one look? And nah,
no,
yeah.
wait, yeah, for all of them. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say, nah, yeah.
Great. I'd also say, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you liked it.
I liked it. I didn't like this. I think it was mainly her that
Yep.
I picked up on it, that she just fucking flew down that runway.
Really? So
Yeah.
you just feel like they were not on their line.
I feel like I didn't see anything.
Right. Okay, so
Okay.
up next we
This
have...
is the first time I'm seeing the looks.
So up next we have...
Ketamine, and next on the runway.
I also like this. I like the hair. It was spiky. But maybe I want to say, I say nah, yeah. Nah, yeah. I liked it.
You know what? At the time, I said nah, yeah.
Yes.
Looking at it again, I'd be like, yeah, nah.
Oh, really?
But I don't know. I still kind of like it.
It's like there's little flowy bits. I like it. And moving on to et cetera.
Yes.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Fun. Firstly, points for being just different to everyone else who has a gown on, and which clearly just went, I'm Ursula. And went proper like, I don't know what you call that. Like,
I'm just getting David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob movie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's great, but don't know if that's a yeah. But yes. No, I loved that she put like helmet on, looked through it, quite fun and interactive, but still very fashion.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, if you didn't see on there, sorry, I'm so sorry, but I'm really keeping up to et cetera's like Instagram. So in my knowledge, she also had a bit of a reveal. Underneath the jumpsuit was like a little one piece kind of thing going on.
Was that in case of lip syncing?
I think so.
Oh, interesting. So. It's good to be prepared.
Which I think smart. Do that for all your looks.
Oh, 100%.
Always have something
But
prepared.
not like the season 13 finale where they were like all bulked up like, no,
oh my God,
what do you mean there's a reveal under
there's
this?
There's no reveal here.
I am just always
I am
large.
a triangle. I am this shape constantly.
That was funny. Up next is Coco Jumbo, who got, I recall being really called out for this.
Yeah. I got the Ursula reference. If that was the reference, I got it.
Yeah. Michelle was all like, I don't get it. I'm like, that is, like, I don't care if it's not the right colours. Like, that is, I get it. I get it's Ursula.
Yeah.
So
it's just her take on it. Like, she doesn't have to be purple.
And I recall really liking the material. So it was like, I don't know what it was, but whatever that material is.
Oil.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Like it was looks slippery.
Fluid.
Yeah, which
for
works.
Underwater.
Oh, so she's making a message about.
She thought about it. I don't know if she's making a message. I'm just connecting.
So she's Ursula during like an oil spill.
Oh my God, Michelle, you didn't see them. Oh my God.
No.
She's a part of, what is it, Shell or BP or whatever company that did that massive oil spill in the water.
Yeah. Who was that? I mean, they do them like every probably day. Like we just don't hear about them. Anyway, and that's that on climate change.
That's it. That's all we've got to say.
So, up next is Anita Wiggler. We didn't really. I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Nah, yeah for Coco as well. I enjoyed it. I'm not being very.
You know what? We
I'm
don't
not mixing this up.
We don't have to be so. Yeah. Like, we're not fashion experts, okay?
I am going to Anita, though.
Yeah. Oh, really? Ooh, why?
I don't know. I think there was something about it that just I didn't like. I don't know what it is.
About it.
Like, I like it, but it's just, nah.
I'm going to it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I liked it.
Okay, but why?
I like the concept of like, she's like windswept in a siren. I mean, it could have been pushed further.
Yeah. No, I think that was my issue.
I was just really proud of her for the episode, so I was like, "Yeah, girl, get it, queen."
No, I don't know. I didn't like it. I think her coming out and making that sound. I don't think she looks siren-y enough for me to go, I get that. And I don't know if it's because I've been told by movies to see a siren as looking more like creepy in the face or something, but I wanted her to look more. Yeah. I don't know.
But you got to like lure them in.
But like Art's face, for example, if she did something more like that with the teeth and went, I would be like, oh, you're a siren straight out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
I mean, there's other interpretations.
Yeah, I know.
But I get what you're saying.
On to Maxie's shield. Yeah, nah. Sorry, Maxie. But you look like what Bag of Chips is going to look like in about 20 years.
Yeah, there was just nothing like.
Pretty
Looking
basic.
at a picture of it, there's nothing to contrast all the white of the gown and the pearls. And I get that she's trying to be a pearl, but...
Yes, but I think it needed something more elevated then to be a pearl. So you could do... I don't know how you would do it, but be the clam. I don't know.
Be the clam you're always meant to be. Be the clam
you're always meant to be.
The world's your pearl and you're the clam.
Yes. Who's that?
Electroshock.
Electroshock.
Who's that? you know.
Nah.
This is where I was like, we need to see more. Also, her eyeshadow was not blended out.
Her face leaves a lot to be desired. Like I don't know if she just doesn't have the doesn't have the best face on this season.
I know.
I know. I want her to do well as well.
But this is like my last chance. She's probably shaking in her boots. Oh my god, this girl from Canberra is giving me a last chance. I better step it up. But you know what I mean? Like I can only have so much patience for a person when I'm like, I want you to do well. I'm gonna root for you.
Yeah.
But if you're not improving, I'm not gonna sit and be like, oh, so sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you didn't do well. I'm like, we all know.
Yeah. Then Karen from finance is I liked it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably my favorite look of the runway.
Is it weird to say it's the most? Here's a better way of saying it. It's the closest thing that we have, like we would see on like an American runway.
Yes.
Like that, like she's got money. She's got people making outfits. Yeah. She's got a concept. She's got a humor behind it.
Yes. And like, I think it was someone, maybe Reese said this, but like, he was like, it could go terribly wrong by doing the reveal and it would look really horrible, but it looked really good. And I was like, yes, I agree. Like the way it came down, it was very disco, which I just liked the vibe. I don't know. It was fun. It was comical, but then when it came down, it was very fashion. I think Karen's doing very well with her looks.
Well. I'm not surprised though.
Yeah. And then we've got Scarlett, last name unknown.
Scarlett A.
Is it? It must be Scarlett Adams. It's Scarlett. We'll discuss this later. I am actually going to say RuPaul loved this, and I'm going to say nah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because essentially it's a bodysuit.
I mean, true.
I know it's elevated.
It was like their favorite look, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like their favorite.
But it's just a bodysuit. And it's one of those things where I think they're just like, oh, you're a little Twinkie gay. That's why we love you. And I'm getting a bit annoyed by it.
Yeah, if there wasn't the back bit behind it, I would have been like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. And I think the back bit, it works, but it does, for me, I don't know. For me, it looks crafty. It looks like cardboard stuck on, which it is, but...
I'll say... No, because I wasn't as upset by other looks.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. You know what I mean? You get it.
Sure.
I don't need to explain myself to you.
No. So then anyway, we have our bottom two who were, don't know, Art Simone. Sorry, I'm just...
It was Coco Jumbo and
Art
Simone.
Oh, which, by the way, I was immediately like, as soon as they were in the bottom, I was like, there's no way that Art Simone's going home because Art Simone's going to be in the top three.
Yes.
But then I was like, I'm sorry, if they send home the only last person of colour on this series, like if they eliminate two queens in a row and they're both not white, yikes, Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So, good thing they didn't.
It's just so annoying. I'm just more like, no, not the right choice.
It was just, who would have been your eliminated then this week?
If I had to choose, I think Kid Amin.
Oh, yeah.
And, wait, where's Kid Amin? What'd she do? Yeah, Kid Amin, and the other one I didn't. And, Electroshock. I think they should have been the bottom.
Who did Electroshock do again?
Exactly. Catherine O'Hara.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
But I think they are giving her a chance because they saw how well she performed at the lip sync last week that maybe they're like, we know you've got it in you to pull it out of the bag. Yeah. Just do that again.
But see, this is my issue. Like, Art Simone and Anita Wiggler are the opposites of each other in this. So Anita did really well Snatch Game, Art didn't. But then Art, I thought, did a really good runway and then Anita's was... So I'm like, come on, guys. Can't we all just be friends? Can we all just stay? I genuinely, in this episode, believe there was going to be a double stay. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to happen. Like, I mean, they're doing everything else early in this episode, so you may as well...
I think everyone was shocked. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think...
Crazy.
It wouldn't matter what the outcome was. Everyone would have been, what?
Yeah.
Huh? But I think also it was more dramatic because Art Simone was like, I need to be here. I deserve to be here.
How dramatic.
So dramatic.
You don't usually get quite a dramatic exit.
No, so pissed off.
That's why I genuinely, and it went really quiet. That's why I thought there was going to be a double stage because it was so quiet. She kind of was going towards the back of the stage. She was crying. And then I thought RuPaul was just going to be all right.
Stay another week.
I mean, we're all got to stay here in bloody COVID, quarantine anyway. So,
go out and enjoy New Zealand.
Wait, no. Actually, they probably could.
I have no idea. I think...
I don't know how this works.
Just say.
Anyway, we'll ask Jacinda. But,
get her on the phone next week.
But, yeah. No, I just... yeah. What a shock ending.
It was. And again, I'm so sorry for ever saying... that I preferred a queen because apparently
I just feel like electroshock there's it's almost like you make in your head, which is really bad, but you make in your head based on the first episode, and the queens would do the same thing while they're there. Is almost rank people in an order and go, well, that's how they were going to get knocked off.
Yes.
And Art Simone was definitely she thought and I thought top 3, top 4.
Top 3, exactly.
Top 5.
And I was just ready. I was ready to see that journey. It's just so just why did they do Snatch Game in the second episode?
I know. If they just did it
it still would have been just as bad, and maybe Art Simone would have still gone home.
Yeah. Yeah, well. But at least she would have got to do some more. I don't know. That's the main thing. She was so upset that she didn't get to, and she feels like she's disappointed people.
What did the producer say to her? It's but at least she made it here. It's that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Fingers up at the camera, wow. Dramatic.
I reckon she's a Scorpio. Because that's something you would do.
True. No, I always think about this. I'd be great on reality TV because I feel I believe... I thought
you were going to say because you're unhinged. I was just waiting for those words. And I was
no, I am unhinged.
Right?
No, but the thing is I believe in my head that I would just be really great and amazing and everyone would like me. Mm-hmm. And truthfully, I would just snap eventually and become the villain. And people then would also love watching me and then hate me. So this is why I'm never going on reality TV.
Oh, but can you? I would watch the shit out of that.
What do you want me to go on?
Oh, do you have an idea of what you would want, for reality show you'd go on?
No.
Big Brother or something?
Big Brother would be fun because I could be a bitch. That's fine.
Yeah. But you're very good at getting to know people, I think.
Oh,
because we
thank
work.
you.
I think you're very good at charming people when you first meet them.
Yeah, well.
And then it all goes to shit later. I'm kidding.
Tell that to my enemies. Anyway, all right. Well,
no, but you know what I mean. Because we've worked together in the past.
Yes.
And I've seen you interact with clients and stuff, and you're very good at charming people.
Oh, I'm very good at game face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just means I'm fake, doesn't it? Mm. Oh well.
Now do me.
All right. What you would be on? Well, I would definitely put you on Love Island.
What, for me to just sit in the corner oh, he's all right?
No, because you'd be forced to be with someone anyway, right?
Yeah, true.
Because that's how it works, right? I don't know. We watched something.
Are you just saying I'm so single I need help?
Yes.
Oh,
no. I'm saying it wouldn't hurt to have you get a little push, a little nudge. But then I think you'd be quality because a lot of those bitches are just oh my God, makeup. That was not a good representation of anything. But you know what I mean? They're all a bit plastic. And
they're just surface level of just, wanting to... A lot of people, I think, want to build up their Instagram following.
Yes.
On those shows as well. Because, why the fuck not? It's going to work.
True. So. But I think you'd be the down-to-earth one who everyone actually is rooting for because they'd be oh my God, she's so sweet and actually genuine.
Wait, no, I saw that. That was the last season I just watched.
Oh, what?
I rewatched the last season and she fucking got her heart broken because a hotter girl came in and then we cried and then she left.
As long as it's good TV.
That's right.
All right, we're going to go and not drink any more wine.
What's happening next week?
I can't remember. So there you go.
Oh, also we never touched on Danny and Kylie.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
didn't really want to talk about it because nothing happened. And now I'm disappointed about this whole there's guests.
Yeah.
Guests.
Well, we've got the only 3 that we thought were on the show.
They were the ones mentioned in the press release.
Yes. So I think maybe that's it.
And they're just done.
Well, that's it for those types because you can even Danny's little oh, hey queens, what's going on with having a chat? I was these are all pre-recorded.
Oh, it
100%.
I mean,
they're ask Danny this, and then she probably just had a already recorded thing.
Yeah, you're right. She could have been there, but you're right. You could have easily everything that they interacted, like Danny did not have to hear anything they said to have responded.
No.
So
And I was like, that's all I thought. I was like, she's not there.
Yeah.
She's not listening to them.
also weird flex Kylie pretending to be RuPaul, pretending to be Kylie.
I thought it was just like a Snatch Game reference.
It was, but I just was like, I don't know.
RuPaul would never be that good.
Why was she just like, I don't know. It was very strange.
It was. This whole episode
but it was very
quite
nice
strange.
to see her. So
Yeah, we got our queens in there, our queen and our princess, right?
Yes.
It's like Elizabeth and Margaret.
yeah, they called Danny. One of the queens called Danny the Queen of Australia, and I was like, I'm sorry. Did you?
Oh yeah, they did.
Did you see Kylie earlier?
I'm so sorry.
Who the fucking hell is she?
Go
then?
home. Go the fuck home.
All right, we're going to fuck home now.
Should we cheers out?
All right, cheers out. Lovely. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us this
and
week.
because we're trying to be more structured, I'm remembering to say this. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you do on the such platforms and such.
Whatever
I don't know what you
favourite
do.
social
Whatever you're on,
media
we're on
is.
everything. So go on all the things.
find us.
Go find us.
It's like a little treasure hunt.
Yeah. And even if you listen to us on Spotify, go to Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
give us a review because you can review on there. If you give us a
Yeah.
review, like write a comment, we'll read it out.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
So
fun.
let us know who your favorite queens are, what you thought of the looks like from this week as well, because we can bring it back up again.
Yep.
Talk to us. We want to know. We want to know what you think.
I'm sick of talking to Sean. Please say something to me.
Please talk to
I want someone else.
Yes.
Tap that heart button on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Like us and tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends. Tell your mum.
Tell your mum. This is a Gourmet Media podcast.